winning is what it's all about. You want a spot in this one of these domains or more because there's $60 billion involved there. So whenever I talk about winning, it's in green font because green is dollars. Money is, our money is printed in green. What am I going to talk to you about? How to win the position and what the analysis process we've begun. It's not complete without your input to maximize the scoring. Next, please. So what about me? I have Master of Science, veteran of the Army Signal Corps. I was a certified federal COTR until last year when I decided not to do it anymore because I was retiring. I was a PMP. I will say that my lowest net margin on fixed price projects was 14.7%. And that's projects anywhere from 10 million to 60 million.
Okay, repeat that one more time. That's not the number I heard, but I like your number better than what I heard.
Well, as a PMP,
right,
being given projects by companies as large as SAIC,
right,
my net, not gross margin, net margin, 14.7% was the lowest that I had in my career.
Chris, you should have had this guy coming in first day.
Okay.
Well,
it changed the dynamic of everything.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah,
well, just I mean, that's
not
our
every
role,
fixed
right?
price project is to like that.
Yeah, our role is to manage that process and pull people like this into the process, right? So, I mean, sometimes it's just too much of me. I get that, so that's why we're doing this.
So some miscellaneous stuff. I'm expert and instructor. If you ever need any ITSM training, I'm available. I have an IDLE 4 Transition Manager certificate. I've done capture, solutioning, tech writing, previously inside and outside marketing, IBM, SAIC, just name a couple, Serco most recently. And in January, I became an independent consultant. So, next slide, please. Okay, so what questions are we answering here? How do we take advantage of GSA's obvious desire to automate, mechanically, algebraically, the evaluation process? Clearly, they have hated having people in to judge proposals. Because what happens? They don't follow their own rules. They get protested. They lose protests. And that's the worst thing that can happen to them. So how do you do that? You take the subjective out of the loop. You make it scoring all mechanical. You first saw that on the original Oasis, which they botched miserably. Polaris, they only botched half. So they took the vampire that was the original Oasis and married it with Frankenstein, and out pops Oasis Plus in terms of scoring and credits. So how are we going to maximize the credits? Because Section L is fine. You write to Section L, you're compliant, but you may not win. So we're going to screen. We need to screen first because I'll show you in a little bit. This is all built around your qualifying projects and the past performance. They've given us some hints, but we can't use those hints without information from you guys. Then, you're not going to bid on all 8 domains. Can't even bid on one of them because it's reserved for large systems. From what we have in the way of contracts in hand from Polaris, it looks like there's only 3 that are rational right now, maybe a 4th. Maybe a 4th would be a stretch until we get more information. So, where do you find this information? It's on the CPARS report.